4 people were found brutally murdered inside a quiet cabin, but 1 person was missing. In 1981, in a small town in California, police were called to a remote cabin in the woods after a disturbing report. When they arrived, what they found inside was shocking. 3 people were discovered bound and beaten, lying together in a scene that showed clear signs of violence. A 4th victim was found nearby, and the entire cabin felt chaotic, as if something terrible had happened in a very short amount of time. But something didn't add up. 1 person who had been inside that cabin was gone. A young girl had completely vanished without a trace, and at first investigators feared she had been taken or worse. Then, days later, something unexpected happened. The missing girl was found alive. She was discovered miles away from the cabin, but what made it even stranger was that she had no clear memory of what had happened that night. She couldn't explain how she got out, who was there, or what she had seen. And that only deepened the mystery. Inside the cabin, there were signs that more than 1 person had been involved in the attack, yet there was no evidence of forced entry. This led investigators to believe that whoever was responsible had likely been known to the victims, or trusted enough to be let inside. Witnesses later reported seeing unfamiliar men in the area around the time of the murders, but nothing was ever confirmed. Leads went cold, evidence didn't point to any clear suspect, and the case slowly became one of the most unsettling unsolved mysteries in the area. Over the years, theories have continued to surface, some suggesting multiple attackers, others pointing toward people who were never fully investigated. But no matter how many possibilities were considered, none of them could fully explain what happened inside that cabin. Why was 1 person spared? How did she escape when the others couldn't? And who entered that cabin that night without leaving behind a clear trace? To this day, the Keddy cabin murders remain unsolved, leaving behind a brutal crime scene, a surviving witness with no memory, and a mystery that still has no clear answers.